YouTube to fire up. Alright, so we're live. Facebook, YouTube. We are back, or I am back today with the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 25. King can't be with us today because he has some business to take care of, but it's all good. Making money is never bad. So, hey, what's going on? So yeah, today we'll go ahead. What's going on, Smitri? Not a lot of news today. We'll keep it short and sweet. What's going on, Antonio? Keep the conversation going because, like I said, the crypto world is crazy. Always something new going on. So before we start, let me go ahead and say the winners from yesterday. The winners of the free Bitcoin yesterday, I'll be sending to you is Alpha Robbins and Ariel Walker. So I'll be sending that free Bitcoin to you today. Crypto Q, I still got you to send today. Got a little busy yesterday, but send that free Bitcoin to you. What's going on, Javon? Yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards. What's going on, man? Yeah, we can get you straight. My cousin Tony, what's going on, man? Long time no see, man. But yeah, so those are the two winners of the free Bitcoin from yesterday. And then today we'll have a new topic for you to discuss and then to win free Bitcoin on YouTube. All right, so just to kick it straight off, right off the bat, for those of you who watch, let's go ahead and get into the dinosaur of the day. We got a new dinosaur who, which you might have seen, the IMF chief, which is the International Monetary Fund. They overlook a lot of the money that goes back and forth between countries. This guy is kind of like Jamie Dimon, some of the other ones you've seen. He's basically saying, yeah, the technology is good. I think the technology will last. However, the price of Bitcoin, I think, is going to go under or go away, which is kind of crazy because the intrinsic value comes from the people who use it. And I know I'm not going to stop using it, and other people as well. So another dinosaur of the day who simply doesn't understand, his name is Kenneth Rogoff, who, if you've ever heard of him, he's actually, yeah, they usually don't understand Bitcoin. That's the bad part. They just kind of speak about it based on whatever rumors they've heard, and they go with it. But he actually called back a couple years ago for a complete decrease of cash, period. So your cash dollars that you have, he wants to get rid of it. However, in my opinion, he wants his own centralized way of currency. So if you think about digital currency, as far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they're decentralized, meaning regular people can run it. But if it's centralized, then they can still keep their money and keep doing business as usual, which of course isn't in the best interest of us because they've messed us over a few times before, and I don't think they'll stop anytime soon. So yeah, terrible mistake. Let's see, chain, haven't looked at it. Haven't looked at a lot of the new stuff. I got to dig in more this week. Business wise, been just getting it started. And well, before I go forward, also thank you for everybody who's visited the website. Got a lot of hits once we put it up and went live Friday, so thanks for that. Also, make sure you visit. But so that's our dinosaur of the day. He thinks actually the government won't allow borderless currencies, which is hilarious because it's built so that governments can't take it down. If one government doesn't want it, another one will. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. I'll get back to you on that chain link. So honestly, as far as people using cryptocurrency, it's not going away. Japan is bullish on it. Sweden, yeah, good luck. I mean, they've tried. I mean, how many times has prohibition worked? Never. They tried a war on drugs, it didn't work. Tried prohibition, didn't work. War on poverty, didn't work. I mean, every time you try and push back against what people, what's going on and it's government controlled, it never really comes out good. That's why I'd rather it be governed by software instead of humans, which is why we're here today. So that's the dinosaur of the day. And there's probably more coming. So like I said, we'll make sure we put them out so you know these names and you can hear and you see where they're coming from. But going forward, if you heard BitLem, BITLEM, big in Mexico City now, they're about to start their exchange. Yeah, trying it with Venezuela didn't work. That's right, Tonio, yeah. But BitLem, they're starting their new exchange where you can exchange currency face-to-face in Mexico City, which is big because Mexico has no virtual currency law. I don't even think they've come around to regulations, definitely not using it yet. But they're kind of ahead of the game trying to do a physical location. They have a few out here in California where you can walk up over the counter and sell your Bitcoin like that. But that's becoming the new way. What's going on, Bitcoin Vegan? What's up, Justin? Yeah, so that's becoming the new way to do business because some people, the barrier to entry for people who don't know about technology is kind of hard. So if you can walk up to somebody face to face and say, hey, I got some Bitcoin, I want to sell it, boom, instant. You know, you pay their 5% fee, which is what they plan on using, and you go from there. And it's not like it's a foreign concept because, like I said, we have some in California. BitHum in Korea is doing the same thing. So, and I believe Mexico is a great place to introduce decentralized currency. Let's see. Yeah, links to Swift. Yeah, and then the Swell conference. Yeah, we spoke about that. That's a good competing in the industry. So, but yeah, so BitLem coming, and the reason we talk about these exchanges coming, even if they're centralized or decentralized, all it means is they're bringing new people to the space, which is what we need. You need more consumers, more people to bring to it, because in my time, my 4 years using it, nobody's ever had a complaint, ever. Usually after a year of using Bitcoin and seeing the gains that they made, the only time I see a complaint is they say I should have bought more. So all these exchanges, BitLem, BitHum, some of the ones that are coming, hopefully I want my own brick and mortar over-the-counter Bitcoin shop one day, complete with Bitcoin ATM and consultants. But that's, you know, a couple future plans. But that to me is the future, because in order to get people you know, into the space, you got to be willing to talk to them face to face. Everybody doesn't do over the computer. I barely do over the computer. I just happen to be pretty good at it. But I'd rather meet somebody face to face, look them in the eyes, shake their hand, whatever, whatever you got to do. So that's coming. BitLem. They will support over 10 different currencies, so it won't just be cryptocurrency. It'll be other ones. So it's, you know, it's coming along pretty good. Yeah, Bitcoin shop. I had one of my followers on Twitter suggest a pop-up shop, maybe around the country, pop up, show people different things. I know Sinclair Skinner. If you don't know him, get familiar. He created the Bitmari wallet, BITMARI wallet, and he's one of the people that's definitely getting around the country. Essence Festival, Howard University, not necessarily pop-up shops, but definitely getting the word out in a similar fashion. So over the counter definitely looks good for the future, right? And I believe, yep, Bitcoin Bay, appreciate that. Yeah, so I definitely have to give you that percentage once we get it started. In other news, let's see. Yep, Murex wallet is live. I would fully come to the US to help you out with that. Bet, yeah. And I would come to UK and meet with you, and we can discuss it there too, because it's not just US. Hey, USA Bitcoin Tour, international tour, all right? I'll definitely have it going, right? So let's see. Also, we have more news about XRP. We mentioned it earlier. They actually added 9 new people to their client list, which is over 100 now. And one of the interesting things about their clients is one of them used dLocal as a payment processor, which is the payment processor behind Uber and GoDaddy. So the people who process your payments through Uber, through GoDaddy, they are the same people who sign with XRP in order to use cryptocurrency to exchange value, because like I said, it's cheaper, it's faster, it's global. So anytime banks can save money, they'll do it. And in this case, XRP is pushing the centralized version of cryptocurrency. And Ripple, yeah, that's one of the concerns, is the supply can be kind of inflated. However, as far as value-wise, for those of you who invest and hold, right now it's at about a quarter, 25 cents, 24 cents. First started tracking it when it was 0.006 cents. So obviously the value is there from that standpoint. But if you don't want to use it, then don't. If you don't own a bank, I don't see the point. But if you just want to buy it and hold it as an asset class, hey, if it gets to $1, I know some people that have 1 million XRP sitting there just waiting for it to get to $1, which, you know, with these new whole Ripple short term, I wouldn't, you know, I'm not giving investment advice, but I would say that long term, I don't think Swift will be competent enough to compete with Ripple, simply because of innovation. We always move forward, the old out with the old, in with the new. And the big clash at the Swell conference, which somebody mentioned, is going to be amazing, because I like competition. I like the fact that people are coming together to build new stuff, and you got to compete to do that. Yeah, I mean, people hate banks, but I always tell people it's a slow grind. You can't just jump over banks, you know, so to say. Their institution has been around hundreds of years. Bitcoin has been around 8. The fact that they're even mentioning it is big to me. So, you know, in the next couple of years, we'll start seeing that development that I think will push it forward. And Swift is looking to link. Yeah, they're looking at cryptocurrencies or things like it, because they understand you can't compete if you have a better, faster, and global product. So hold both. That would be a good strategy for you as far as with XRP. Also, with some of the news yesterday, CoinDesk. If you saw that, I don't know what happened with CoinDesk, but they said they had a 12% $600 drop flash crash that didn't happen, I didn't see this flash crash. Did anybody else? I saw Bitcoin Cash flash crash. I didn't see Bitcoin. And I watched the charts literally all day, almost too much. So I didn't see that, but we're starting to get fake news in cryptocurrency now. I mean, shit, if at this point people are just looking for something to put out, it seems like to keep this going, because from a holder standpoint or somebody who's been around a long time, news is new. It's something new to me, because they've had Cointelegraph, they've had CoinDesk, they've had the Merkle, they've had, you know, a bunch of other sites. However, big news from CNBC and all these other publications was something that was celebrated. Like if it came out once a month, people were like, oh, they know who we are, or they've heard about it. But this news cycle now, they're constantly throwing stuff out there. Yeah, the price went down. Yeah, 2%. Like what are we talking about? Or the price went up. Oh yeah, it's bullish forever. So just be wary of those media contacts right now. Yeah, a lot of it's fake news. But like I said before, do your own research, read. Like I said, you don't have to listen to me, but if you listen to a few people, come to your own conclusion, and you should be good with that. Hey, Katija, how you doing? Amaruska, hey, what's going on, man? Long time no see, man. Yeah, so definitely for the new people, a lot of new people come to our channel every day. We got some people that come all the time. For the newer people, we'll run through a couple of things we discuss usually with cryptocurrency. For one, getting in the Bitcoin space is pretty easy, you know, using Coinbase to buy it, local Bitcoins face-to-face. If you want to work in the Bitcoin space, I would say use the talents you have now. So for those of you who are like, hey, I'm just a dude who, I don't know, I'm a plumber, or I'm just a dude who does, you know, art or something like that. You can still be involved in this space. You don't have to be a tech expert. You don't even have to buy Bitcoin, so to say. You can just accept it as payment, like a business. You can simply just print out the QR code that you have. For those of you who take Lyfts and Ubers, one of the things I've been doing lately, every single Lyft and Uber driver, I give them my card and I show them that they could place a QR code on the back of the headrest or in the car for tips. So you don't have to go through Lyft or Uber to tip them. You can tip them with Bitcoin. So I've been doing that. I've been in at least 20 or 30 Lyfts or Ubers since I've been out here. Don't have my car, but at the same time, going forward, if you go to stores, ask them to accept Bitcoin. If you own a business, start looking to accept Bitcoin. If you need help, ask me, email me, message me. I'll help you with that. So for some of my newcomers, like I said, it's not all about, you know, buying it and, you know, the volatility of the price. If you just want to hold it for long term, you can accept it as payment or get a job in the blockchain industry doing what you already do. I talked to a graphic designer. She was, you know, out of work, just driving the Lyft right now. And she was saying, you know, in graphic design, you know, it's hard to get in, and in the cryptocurrency space, there's no graphic design. There's so many ugly websites and ugly pictures that they use for media or whatnot. Any graphic designers, any people who are artistic, that's definitely needed, because most of the people in the space are programmers and financial people. Almost no creativity anywhere. So for those of you who do, like I know a few people who are in the entertainment industry that are watching right now, stand-up, acting, you can also, you know, pitch it to the people who are paying you. Pay me in Bitcoin, or can we accept payment in Bitcoin for this show? You know, they can say no as many times as they want, but the fact that people start to ask for it, that drives demand, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So more people want to use it because you keep telling people about it, the Bitcoin you have increases in value. So it's one of those things, this is how money should work, unlike the dollar. You can tell people all day how to make money, it's still gonna be inflated, and you're still gonna lose it over time in a savings account. So with Bitcoin, that's deflationary currency for my new people. So that's kind of some of the big points we hit on throughout our series, and then going into the day we discuss these exchanges in different countries, because we have them in the US. However, hey Chastity, what's going on? But around the country, they're just getting developed. So you're really at the ground floor. The fact that you've heard about Bitcoin, you're in the top 1-2%. Most people haven't even heard of it. Even if they've heard the word, they have no clue how to use it, and they don't know somebody like me usually that can explain it to them. So that's one of the big things about this channel we want to do. What's going on? Everybody that's hit me up on here, definitely message me if you need, send emails, Bitcoin Starter Guide on my website, bitcoinzay.shop. So you can get it there. It's only 10 bucks. And Prism Exchange, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, you can use an exchange to transfer Bitcoin and dollars back and forth. However, with Prism, P-R-I-S-M, coming out, you can actually have an entire cryptocurrency portfolio in one place, and it's supposed to have cold storage. So yeah, if you can use the Prism exchange, the reason is so I actually met a guy who's working on the Prism exchange. He was the third person on the list for the email list to sign up. I thought it was early. I was number like 50 something, but he was number 3, and it's the same guy who created Coinboard, and he's actually working with Eric Voorhees. I've talked to him in person and on the phone, and trust me, they have some big stuff coming with that. Absolutely. So let's see, Bitcoin Star. Thank you, Justin, for posting that. Comedy Zone, yeah, look and see if Comedy Zone accepts Bitcoin. I asked him. I went to go see D. Ray Davis like a year ago. I asked the guy jokingly, like, hey, if you accept the Bitcoin, I pay you 10% more. And he was like, well, what do you mean? I have no clue what that means. And the problem was he just didn't know. I'm pretty sure if I went back now, he would probably have heard about it. Maybe somebody else mentioned it, but hey, ask him. 2 or 3 people start asking him every time they come in. They're gonna sit back and think, why do people want to use this? We should look into it. Oh, just start accepting on your website. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my man, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Scott, yeah. So you can add it to your website easily. You can actually use it, you know, face to face. But on your website, it's easy. You can. It's usually a plugin, HTML, copy and paste, and boom, you can accept Bitcoin. And as a business, if you need to pay taxes and you need to have processing payments for that, there's solutions for it. However, they're not where they should be. I will say that. The industry is still growing. In my opinion, it's growing for the better. And as these innovations come, it'll become easier and easier. However, with like the Murex card, WireX, BitPay, you can use a debit card that has your cryptocurrency value. So the difference in movement isn't as big. So you're not walking in with a flash drive or with a paper wallet or with, you know, Bitcoin on your phone. You're actually using it debit card wise. So you got $100 worth of Bitcoin. You got $100 worth of Bitcoin on your debit card. So that's definitely something I see getting big in the future as well. So just to wrap it up, because like I said, today will be short and sweet, just getting to the point. The Bitcoin winners already announced it, but to win the free Bitcoin for the day that we'll be sending out, I want to get the conversation going on which country needs an exchange the most. All right, because I mentioned BitLem in Mexico, BitIndia, which is in India, of course. Actually, John McAfee is on the board, if you know him. If you have McAfee security on your computer, you know who John McAfee is. He predicts Bitcoin to go to 500,000, or he'll chew on his genitals, which is a true statement he made. So honestly, I see it being pretty bullish going forward. But which country do you think needs it the most? I would say some people say third world countries need it the most. Some people say some of these bigger countries need to get on with the board and go ahead and have their exchange. So which country do you think needs an exchange the most? Explain to me why, put the public address, and we'll send you some free Bitcoin. Once again, like I said, this is Gentlemen of Crypto, where we bridge the gap between the community and crypto, trying to do everything we can to make sure you get where you need to be for the next couple years, because the monetary system is definitely changing. Thanks for all the views. Make sure you follow us at KRBE Crypto on YouTube, on Twitter, on our Instagram, which we never update. We don't take a lot of pictures, but still follow us there. Also, Bitcoin Zay on Twitter and Bitcoin Zay LLC on Instagram. Appreciate it, Tonio. Peace, my brother, and everybody have a good week. Happy Taco Tuesday, and I'm out.